Welcome to my workplace at Ranaghat, West Bengal, India. This is a fairly routine surgery, routine cataract, not hard. It's a grade 2 plus or grade 3 nucleus sclerosis. I didn't expect any problem in this case. Capsule is done after the incisions, and now is the time for hydrodissection. It doesn't look like posterior polar cataract, simple grade 2 NS. And now I am doing hydrodissection. And now watch this hydrodissection. The fluid wave goes to the other side, and now next another, as I try this, tuck. This is the pupil snap. Sudden jerk and sudden collapse. Very subtle it was. And the posterior capsule ruptured. I didn't notice at that time. After a repeated replay, I could understand that it was pupil snap at that particular point of time. And now, since I didn't expect that pupil snap sign has occurred, I routinely, in such cases, I use pre-chopper, and I find that the nucleus is going down as I try to pre-chop, and I could not go to the proper depth with the pre-chopper. So it is not caused by the pre-chopper, and now the nucleus is sinking. I try to lift it up with the Sinskey hook, but alas, it has gone down. So there is a big pause now. To get the instruments, I take about 5 to 7 minutes, and then do a small peritomy, and this sharp needle goes in to make the track, and then the trocar goes for irrigation, and after irrigation is attached, I make 2 more sclerotomies with MBBS knife and do vitrectomy, make the nucleus free from the vitreous, and then this tunnel was done. Now stop irrigation, inject visco all around and remove the nuclear pieces, and again I go and do some more vitrectomy, some particles, some epinucleus, some nuclear matter is sinking and lying over the macula. I remove that, and then visco again, and then I remove the cortex. I should have done nice anterior vitrectomy and removed the cortex first. Then I could have got better visibility during an posterior vitrectomy. Anyway, next time. And now I take the cutter and remove some vitreous strands that I noticed, which was striding the iris superiorly. A nice anterior vitrectomy is done. Again I go and remove some more small particles that is lying here and there, and then I find there a lot of particles are still lying here and there, and then I thought of inducing posterior vitreous detachment. I go to IA mode and I lift off the posterior vitreous membrane. I am trying this and it has come up. Yes, PVD has been induced, and now this nice vitrectomy is possible, and no particles will remain over the macula now. Once this vitreous is covering the macula, some particles, small particles will get entangled with this. Once this PVD is induced, a nice vitrectomy is done, and then all the particles are removed, all the lens particles. So a nice vitrectomy has been done, and now is the time to implant the intraocular lens. I stop irrigation, inject visco all around. Fortunately, the Rex's size is optimum. It's about 5.25 millimeter, and I am going to implant a 6 millimeter PMMA lens in the sulcus. A 6 millimeter PMMA lens is the ideal lens in this case, because already we have got a 6 millimeter wound. And now this lens is nicely centered. Yes, 6 millimeter optic, overall diameter is 12, and it is nicely sitting in the sulcus. And then I put some sutures to close the main wound, and then go again with vitrectomy for the last time to remove all the visco that went behind, and then I remove the irrigation trocar, and I find that the wound is sealed, no need to suture that trocar site, and then put this releasable suture at the conjunctival peritomy here, and the case looks nice. And let us see some post-op pictures. There is some corneal edema superiorly, but the antechamber is quiet. The rest of the cornea, almost 2/3 of the cornea is clear, and the patient is having 6/24 unaided vision. Thank you very much for your attention.